Stay quiet unless you need me.
Hey guys, how's everybody doing? I just wanted to go live for a little bit and share some information. We were listening to the scanner last night. There was actually two separate police chases. Um, the first one ended in a traffic collision, and there was one fatality, and I believe 5 or 6 people injured. And then within about a half hour to an hour later, there was a second police pursuit, and that ended up in a traffic collision with, I believe, 3 or 4 injured. Makes you kind of wonder. Makes you kind of wonder if maybe their pursuit policies need to be reviewed. Hey Brian, how's it going, man? Yeah, I do a couple of different updates, but a lot of times right at the beginning I like explaining, because when it posts as the video, then people can find out what's going on right away. But yeah, I'll give more updates, and we'll talk about it a little bit more once we get more people in. How you been doing, Brian? Hey, Big Tim, good to see you, bud. Yeah, Brian, I usually try to give a little bit of a description right at the beginning so that people know. Oh no, not the crackhead. Things are about to get crazy. In case anybody wonders what all the antlers are for, is I'm trying to figure out what to do with them. Thinking about maybe either making a coffee table or a lamp or something. I don't know. Hey, little Donnie, how you doing? Nice, dum dum. One down.
What happened?
She knocked the deer head off the table. Luckily, it landed in the chair, so it probably didn't break. That one back there is in a bag because he's not done yet. He's from this year. He hasn't. He's got some work to do yet. Oh, that's cool, Brian. Hey, did you do any gambling? Yeah. Leave my stuff alone.
I'll check over there.
Cat's a nutcase, Kim.
Where's that shopping area going?
Oh, gotcha, Brian. I thought all reservations had casinos. Hey, Joe Cool. Yeah, there's one in here, Joe, at least. Josh R. Last we heard, which we heard it on the scanner last night, and after the collision, with the one that the fatality was in, which was a Jeep. The guy took off on foot, and they were chasing him. We heard a news update today that says the suspect is still outstanding. So there were 3 or 4 other people in the Jeep that were all injured and whatnot. But the bailed out and took off on foot, and last we knew he had not been arrested yet. Would you quit it, cat? She's playing with all the wires now. She's going to pull everything off the table. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe we need to look into what their pursuit policies are, because they may need to modify them. I mean, two accidents within an hour, both due to pursuits. One fatality and oh wow, seems like about 8 people or so injured. None of them were police officers. The cars that they were pursuing hit other pedestrian or civilian vehicles. So the only people injured and whatnot were people in the vehicle being chased, the 2 vehicles being chased, and people in other vehicles. Like I said, the first one was, hold on.
X-ray 38220. Yeah, 14.
The first one was a Jeep that they believed to be stolen, and they chased that one for quite a while, and then it crashed, and one person in a second vehicle died and multiple injuries. And then the second chase, about an hour later, was a... What kind of car was that second one, Kim?
Dodge, it was a
Charger.
Dodge Charger.
Yeah, the second one was a Dodge Charger, and
He wrecked.
he wrecked also. Hey, El Jefe, good to see you, bud. I'm not going to be on here for very long. I just wanted to do a little update on a little bit of tragedy yesterday with a bunch of people being injured in police pursuits. Yeah, I was thinking about something like that, Brian. I mean, I have just bunches, as you can see. I mean, I got everything from little spike horns to a lot of different single ones. Some that are together, 3 or 4 that are skulls with the antlers attached. Just the majority of them are just in a box. You know, there's 2 or 3 of them that I have out on the counter, or the, you know, displayed. But for the most part, they're all in a box stored in the back room. And I thought, hey, maybe I can make something out of these. I mean, some of these might make cool knife handles or something. I don't know. I'll get with you, Ben. Yeah, I got plenty that would work for something like that. I'll call you or text you either tonight or tomorrow, and see which ones will work for you. Yeah, Brian. I was thinking about like a glass top table with the antlers and skulls and stuff as the base. I think would be kind of cool. Ah, hey Brian, I'll make a deal with you as well. Maybe we can get some of the, you know, these littler single ones and stuff that would work for stuff like that, I'll give you a couple of these in exchange for making me a knife with one of them.
442. Or
Were you able to get him back on the air or some before we come out?
affirmative, but we have the subject calling on the non-emergency line right now. Am I?
Yeah, some of them are, I'll try to give you a better view here. Some of them are just little single ones that have been cut off or whatnot. Some of them have the skulls attached. That guy right there, he's a monster. He's from this year. The reason he's in a bag is because he hasn't been completely cleaned yet. And YouTube, you know, that one is from last year or the year before. This guy is from up in Michigan. A lot of these are from Michigan. Some of them are from Indiana. That's
696.
Hi, all.
Hey Jerry, how you doing, bud? Just doing a short live stream just to basically get some ideas on what to do with some of these antlers, which got some good ideas now with Ben and Brian. And also I wanted to let you guys know about 2 police chases yesterday. Okay, I got you, Brian. But 2 police chases yesterday that both ended in collisions. One person was killed and multiple were injured. Just makes me wonder what their pursuit policies are.
Give me one more, even.
470 Elkhart.
Sorry guys, I got two scanners going. One's on Elkhart and one's on Goshen. So
472 Elkhart.
where do you get the knife blanks, Brian?
10-4. 472 Timberland.
I know, Jerry, right? That's odd. Usually I get a couple of those. I got some plans coming up in the not too distant future that ought to ought to get me right back into the troll sites, for lack of a better way to phrase that. Okay, Jerry, cool. I'll have to look into that. But I mean, there's a couple of them that would make cool, you know, that's almost 2 knife handles there, and it's almost one right-handed and one left-handed. You know, it'd be something to do with them rather than leave them laying in a box. I don't know. Now, are those numbers the basically like for the steel and whatnot? Well, I would definitely want, if I have one made, I would definitely want about the highest quality steel possible, because I'm only going to do it with, one or two basically. I'm not going to be doing a lot of them. But yeah, Brian, I'll text you or get with you later, and I'll send you some pictures of different antlers. Um, and you can let me know which ones would work for you and whatnot. You talking to me, Jerry? Oh yeah, Ben. Yeah, I know he's up. He's up there in the pen, and by pen I mean Michigan looks like a hand, and the Upper Peninsula kind of looks like a pen. So
Rescue 1 and Medic 21.
oh
Assault.
shit, Brian. Yeah,
175 Waterfall Drive.
maybe
Elkhart Police
maybe a little bit cheaper quality then.
And Medic 21. Assault. Stage for PD. 175 Waterfall Drive. Elkhart Police Department.
Elkhart Police Department got a call.
Yeah, that's the. It's weird when they on the scanner when they page out ambulance and fire. It's a digital thing. It's weird. They don't actually have a live person that comes on and says it. It's a digital voice that tones them out. It's weird.
An assault call at Elkhart Police Department.
Yeah, Brian, that's more like 15, 20. Yeah, okay, that's more like what I'm thinking.
Did you hear that? An assault call at Elkhart Police Department. They didn't have to go far. Right across the street.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna make a cigarette.
That's what I was gonna do. I could have made you one.
Okay. Elkhart, you clear that? Elkhart's clear. Where's your signal 32 on 1?
Okay, I'm back.
Arnold, Adam, Robert, Nora, Ocean, Lincoln, David, first up, Webb, William, Edward, Boy, 6/26/1988, male black. Yeah, give me one more unit at the front.
Uh-oh. Calling for backup.
For unit coming next.
477 Elkhart.
Yeah, when we originally rebuilt this house and stuff, our plan was to smoke outside too, but yeah, that didn't last.
Good news is
Report, you
we
can
only
signal 9
got
out
5
of the
minutes
unit.
Yep.
and then it'll be totally
10-4,
ours.
1043, signal 15 on that subject.
Now, Brian, the blank, when you say the knife blank, I mean, is that the already made and all that stuff, or is that something that you have to form or what's the word for that? Forge or anything? Or is that just a blank that's already ready to install in the knife? Hey, Jenny Jones.
Standby 1
Kim says hi, Jenny. Jenny says hi in heart. Kim.
Love is Jenny.
Engine 5, lift assist. 123 Miami Avenue. Engine 5, lift assist. 123 Miami Avenue.
Yeah, I don't know. That digital dispatch for ambulances and fire trucks is just weird.
42 operator signal 15.
Yeah, Jenny, I just hopped in here for a few minutes tonight to talk to people about some ideas on what to do with some antlers, and also to give an update on 2 separate police pursuits that happened yesterday. One of them ended up in 1 death and I think 7 injuries, and the second one ended up with, I believe, like 3 or 4 injuries. So they were within an hour of each other, and it kind of makes me wonder if maybe they don't need to review their pursuit policies.
William Ida, Lincoln, Ida, Mary Sam, Christopher, L. King, Henry, Robert, Young, Sam, Tom, Ocean, Frank, Edward, Robert, Edward is 530 of 89, Dale Black, Rick, 3rd. Charles, Lincoln, Ida, Frank, Tom, Ocean, Nora is a junior, 816.
Yeah, we're hanging out at home now. If we hear anything really good that's close by, we may go out and do a cop watch or something, but Jenny, we're thinking about a couple of knives with some like these, couple of knife handles out of some of them, maybe a coffee table with some of the skull mounts holding up the top of the table, or kind of as legs or something. And I'm also thinking about either like a lamp or a light fixture of some sort. I think I would probably go more with a lamp that could be moved around and stuff, rather than a light fixture. All right, Ben. Thanks for joining. You have a good one.
Frank 0746. EDF 0746. Break for second.
Alright.
Another mission, please. Do Tom X-ray 8768. GTX 876.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. Some kind of lamp with some of them. I have to try to find somebody that could design one, though. Send some pictures and stuff of the antlers, and I'm not real creative when it comes to that kind of stuff. I don't know what how to use which ones for what spots on it and whatnot.
Elkhart. The first plate returned 1997 Ford T2, Austin, Washington, Jr.
Yeah, Jenny. I've actually used some of these for coat hangers. Yeah, Roadhog. I heard that somebody mentioned that earlier, but I got to check into that, because I was under the impression that you cannot legally sell any parts of wild game. I don't know. I'm not sure what that would, if these would be considered, parts of wild game, which they are. I mean, most of them came from hunting. I'm not sure what the exact rules are for that. I'd have to check into that. I would rather make stuff out of them, you know, like lamps or knives, stuff like that, and sell those rather than just selling the. But it would be easier just, you know, sell that to somebody to make a knife out of or something. But again, I gotta check into it and find out the legalities of it, because I was under the impression that you cannot just outright sell parts of wild game. But I'm sure there's loopholes and technicalities and certain rules that make it possible. Yeah, none of these are sheds, Roadhog. These are all from hunting. I don't know if that makes a difference there. I wouldn't think so, but I'm definitely going to check into that, because, you know, as of right now, all they do is I've got a box down there, and they all just sit in the box. There's a couple of the bigger ones, the skull mounts, that go on the shelves and stuff, but you know, 90% of it is just in a box stored in a closet. I was working on cleaning out the closet yesterday, and it's like, I gotta do something with these. And talked to a couple of people already that are interested in getting some. Ben wants some to make cane handles. Brian wants to make knives. I'd like to make a knife. We were thinking about some kind of design to make a table out of some of them, and I'd also possibly might want to think about making some kind of lamp. I think a lamp would be kind of neat. Okay, cool, Road. Like the Michigan ones, they were never checked in with the DNR. You know, I hunted, I tagged them, and you got to keep the tag with them for it's a certain time period. But you know, there's no check-in necessary. The ones that were taken that I took down here in Elkhart had been checked in, so I guess those would be on record, but.
Am I Lincoln?
Lots of antlers, though. I didn't realize there was that many until I, you know, because normally I get them and, you know, I set them out for a little while or whatever, and then toss them in the box. And I started going through that box, and it's like, holy cow. Yeah, those two right there. I might see about making knife handles out of those. It's pretty cool. There's one, the way they're shaped. One's a left-handed knife and one's a right-handed knife. They fit almost perfectly.
Telling the key holder information is equity trust.
There's this one. That one's kind of an oddball one. There's the other side of that one. He was a deformed little fella. Or was this was the other side of that one? So it was. Yeah, that was the other side of that one. It was like that. Hey, QT. What's going on, man? Oh, okay, I got you, Road. Yeah, that makes sense. What have you been up to, QT? I haven't seen you around in a couple days. Been hiding in Road's goat barn again?
Hey, QT loves.
Yeah, it is, Road. Well, and I guess thinking about it, I mean, this is probably. I mean, some of these are probably from 15 years ago, so. You better start writing out those checks, QT.
Airport 14, cancel 101.
Oh, yes, cancel signal 101, cancel signal 101.
Not sure what a signal 101 is. I know with Goshen, a signal 100 is signal 100 is clear the radio. We've got something happening, but I'm not sure what signal 101 is with Elkhart. Is there an Elkhart officer in here that can inform us about that?
021, number 21.
Any Elkhart officers in here? Come on, I know you're lurking in here somewhere. What's a signal 101, guys?
You gotta go potty?
Probably not. He's just got you trained so he gets his cookie.
Go ahead.
The key holder advised the only person that was there is a 35 to 40-year-old black male with the first name of Jason.
You gotta go?
10-4.
Anybody got anything fun going on this weekend? I know you don't, Road. All you do is work.
442, but do you need anything else from the key holder?
I can't tell what that emoji is, Jenny. What is that?
10-4.
Signal ID.
You want a cookie?
He's a little cookie monster. Thinks every time he goes outside or does something, he gets cookies, which is true. He does.
Elkhart 463, 1023,
Oh, good luck with that, Josh. Grab yourself some Breathe Right strips. That way you won't snore. She'll never know.
41 dispatch, 127.
Your scrolly thing ain't working?
No, it doesn't for some reason. I don't know why it doesn't cooperate very well most of the time.
He's ready to go to bed.
Oh, okay, that's hands clapping. Okay. I couldn't really see what it was. It looked like a fortune cookie or something. That's hands applauding. Okay, gotcha.
You can just hear on employees in the toy barn parking lot.
420 Elkhart unit, 10-4.
420 Elkhart units. It's been in the 30s and 40s in this area for the last week or so. Actually got a little bit of a snowstorm the other day, a couple of inches on the ground.
I'm not feeding you. You've had dinner. You've had deer, and you've had your dry food. And you are not going to get nothing else.
What's that, Road? Link to something. I'll have to check it out after the live stream. I'll go in and click on it. I can't click on it right now. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, we actually have, this one is, we use, I don't know if you can see it. That's what we use. That's playing right now. That's the, Elkhart Police and Fire. We have to use a cell phone for that one because it doesn't come up on the scanner. Yeah, Cato, I know. The news article I saw today said that they had backed off the pursuit before he crashed, but when we were listening, that's not what it sounded like on the scanner. But I don't know. Yeah, it's they were in pursuit, and that was the Jeep that they were in pursuit of for about a half hour before the crash happened, and that's the one that the death and the majority of the injuries happened. So I don't know. I think they definitely, I mean, 2 pursuits within an hour, and both of them end in collisions with uninvolved vehicles, and people are injured and killed. Sounds to me like they definitely need to review their pursuit policies, because that's unacceptable. Oh yeah, QT. I'm not. Yeah, me too, Kate. Okay, believe me, I'm tired of them as well. Yeah, Trump said, or stop sticks, or they've got enough traffic cams on lights and stuff. They can keep track of people, but I don't know. It's just, and the thing is, the guy that was actually driving the vehicle that caused the death and most of the injuries, as far as we know, he's still on the run. He took off running on foot, and as of this afternoon, they still hadn't located him. My guess is they know who he is by now, because there was 3 or 4 other people in the vehicle he was driving. So I'm guessing they probably know who he is by now. But as far as we know, he's still at large. Cato, you're in Elkhart as well, aren't you? Exactly, QT. I mean, you know, I get it to a degree. We have to have them, and they have to do their jobs and whatnot. But, you know, there's got to be a line somewhere to protect the public. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, Trump, I tried to give our dog one a little while ago, and he just kind of turned his nose up at it. He wasn't. I imagine if we gave it to him and he played with it long enough, he might get to like it. But it's kind of odd for him, so he wasn't too interested in it. I was cleaning out the closet and found the box of them, and figured I'd give you guys an update on the tragedies from yesterday, and get some ideas on what to do with some of these. We've got a couple good ideas. Some of them I think will make good knife handles. Thinking about making a little coffee table out of some of them, and I think maybe a lamp out of something. A couple different ideas. I can't remember. Was it Brian?
Yeah, Brian.
Brian wanted to make knives. Ben C wants a couple for cane handles. I'm gonna get with him and send those to him. Yeah, QT. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking of making some stuff out of them and trying to sell them and whatnot, but I'm not sure the legalities. All right, Roadhog. Thanks for joining. You take it easy, man. I was thinking about trying to sell some of them and whatnot, but I'm not sure what's legal and what's not. I know there's rules stipulating that you're not allowed to sell wild game and parts and whatnot, but I'm not sure if the antlers count for that or not. I'll have to check into that before I do anything there. Uh-oh. He says it looks like a bogus registration, and he's got them stopped. Oh, okay, cool, Trump. Yeah, I wasn't 100% sure on that. I know you can't sell like meat. You know, if you're a hunter and don't have a commercial license, you know, it's illegal to sell meat and whatnot. But I wasn't sure on antlers and skulls and stuff. Maybe I'll figure out what we're going to use to make the canes and the knives and whatnot, and then maybe I'll put the rest for sale on the internet. Well, I was thinking if we heard anything interesting close by, we'd go do a cop watch, but I don't hear anything that's happening close by. as of this point. So maybe we should go back to, go back to Chuck Bronson. I was on his live. I was on his live stream a little while ago. He's out driving around. Oh, that's cool, Trump. I bet your dog loves that.
Anybody after the first T and there, anything alright?
Something's going on out there. I haven't figured out what it is yet, but something's happening. Did you get the elk yourself, Trump said, or was it a shed, or did you hunt it, or?
477, are you setting up for a felony stop?
Uh-oh.
I have the subject detained. He was only locked in the vehicle. He exited when he stopped.
Doing a felony stop. I don't know if that's the one that says he has somebody detained. I don't know if this is two different calls or if
477,
it's one. Oh, okay, cool, Trump. I would love some elk antlers. I don't have it. I got lots of white-tailed deer, but that's all I have is white-tailed deer. I don't have mule deer or elk or any other types of horns or antlers other than whitetail.
477 Elkhart, negative signal 32. He's been RMS. He has a suspended infraction operator 8 points by 2025.
477.
Yeah, sounds like somebody's getting their freedom taken away. He's driving on suspended. I see that. No, just relax. Don't worry about it. It's all right. Little tail thumping back there. That used to be my chair, but not anymore. It's his now.
Well, I bounce back and forth between it when he gets in my chair.
Yeah, this one over here. This one's actually a couple years ago. He's got a lot of mass. He's a real thick one. He's one of the bigger ones. That one is from this year. I didn't realize how big he was until I brought him in and saw him with all the other ones. He's still a work in progress. He hasn't been stripped of all the hide and all that yet. I gotta get the pot going in the backyard and the propane and boil him down, but just haven't been in a hurry. Now guys, I'm gonna shut this down and I'm gonna go back to Chuck Bronson's live stream. Chuck is out there driving around, keeping an eye on all the cops. So anybody that's not doing anything, jump in Chuck Bronson's live stream and help support him. He's out there following them around and watching them and making sure they're doing the job they're paid for. So again, that's Chuck Bronson. I'm gonna end this live stream and I'm gonna head back to his live stream. So hopefully I'll see some of you guys over there. Love you too, Jenny. We still got to get together for dinner one of these nights.
Love you, Jenny.
We owe you at least 1 or 2 dinners. Alright guys, yeah, hop over to Chuck Bronson's live stream. Let's go back him up while he rides around and keeps the cops in line. You guys all have a great night, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.